Chiefs Kingdom, buckle up because we've got a rumor so big, so wild that it's got the entire NFL community buzzing and Kansas City fans absolutely losing their minds. Reports are swirling that the Kansas City Chiefs are in shock trade talks for none other than New York Jets running back Breece Hall. Three sources, yeah. That's right, Breece Hall, one of the most explosive young backs in the entire league. And if there's even a shred of truth to this rumor, it could completely change the trajectory of the Chiefs' offense and maybe the entire AFC playoff race. Now, before we dive too deep, I have to say this right off the bat. As of right now, this is a rumor. There are some sources floating this online, some chatter among insiders, but nothing has been officially confirmed by the Chiefs or the Jets. Two sources, it could be real, it could be speculation, or it could just be smoke with no fire. But the reason we have to talk about it is simple. If it is real, the ripple effects are massive. And even if it's not, it still gives us a window into how people view Kansas City's needs heading into the heart of the season. So let's talk about Breece Hall for a second. This guy is a stud. Drafted by the Jets in 2022, he came into the league and immediately looked like one of the most dynamic running backs out there. Speed, vision, strength, he's got it all. Even coming off an ACL injury, he's been electric. We're talking about a guy who can turn a 2-yard run into a 50-yard house call in the blink of an eye. He's the kind of back who changes the way defenses line up because if you give him one crease, he's gone. Pair that with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and this Chiefs offense, and you're talking about something borderline unstoppable. Two sources, but let's look at why this rumor might even exist. The Chiefs currently have Isaiah Pacheco, who has been a bulldozer and a huge part of their identity. Nobody is questioning his effort, his toughness, or his ability to spark the offense. But behind Pacheco, things are thin. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been inconsistent, and there are questions about his long-term fit. Jerick McKinnon is a valuable piece, but more of a receiving back specialist at this stage of his career. So if you're Brett Veach, the general manager, and Andy Reid, the offensive mastermind, you might be thinking, what if we brought in another game-changing back to pair with Pacheco and take this offense to the next level? That's where the Breece Hall rumor gains traction. Now, the big question. Why would the Jets even consider trading him? That's what a lot of fans are asking, and it's fair. The Jets drafted him to be their franchise back, and he's proven he can be that guy. But remember, the Jets are in a weird spot. Their offense has struggled. Aaron Rodgers' injury has thrown their entire plan into chaos, and their front office may be looking at ways to rebuild or stockpile draft capital. If they feel like they can get a big return for Hall while still trying to reset their roster, maybe they listen to offers. Again, this is speculation, but it's not impossible. NFL teams surprise us all the time with trades that nobody thought could happen. So, what would Breece Hall bring to the Chiefs if this trade actually went down? First, balance. Right now, defenses know that Mahomes is going to throw the ball 30 or 40 times a game. Even with Pacheco running hard, the Chiefs' offense is still heavily skewed toward the pass. Adding Hall gives them a true 1-2 punch. Imagine defenses trying to stop Kelce on third down, cover Rashee Rice on the outside, and then also having to worry about Hall breaking off a 60-yard run. That kind of versatility makes Kansas City unguardable. Second, it would take pressure off Mahomes. We've seen moments this season where Mahomes has been forcing plays because the receivers aren't always stepping up. Defenses have been dropping extra men into coverage, daring the Chiefs to beat them on the ground. With Hall in the backfield, those defensive looks disappear. Safeties have to creep down. Linebackers can't just drop back in zone. And suddenly, Mahomes has easier windows to throw into. That's how you unlock the old Chiefs' offense we all remember. Now, here's where it gets interesting. What would the Chiefs have to give up to land Breece Hall? That's the million-dollar question. The Jets wouldn't give him away for cheap. We're talking probably at least a second-round pick, maybe even a first, depending on how badly the Chiefs want him. Two sources, maybe the Jets ask for a player in return. Could somebody like Clyde Edwards-Helaire be packaged in a deal? Could Kansas City move draft picks to make it happen? These are the scenarios being floated right now, and honestly, Veach has never been afraid to make bold moves. We've seen him swing trades before when he thinks it gives the Chiefs the edge. Now, is this realistic? Let's be real here. It's a long shot. Running backs are rarely moved in blockbuster trades unless there's some sort of behind-the-scenes issue or a team is clearly in sell mode. And the Jets, at least publicly, haven't signaled that they want to move Hall. But even the fact that this rumor exists tells you something important. The NFL world sees the Chiefs as one elite playmaker away from being a truly unstoppable team again. And whether that's Breece Hall or another star player, it's clear Kansas City is on everyone's radar when it comes to potential big moves. Two sources from the locker room perspective. Imagine the jolt this would give. Players would immediately recognize that the front office is all in again, that they're not just content with past success, but are actively trying to load up for another Super Bowl run. Mahomes would love it. Kels would love it, and Pacheco, while he might see some of his touches go down, would probably love it too because it means less wear and tear and more chances to shine in key moments. Now, let's talk about the fans. Chiefs Kingdom is split. Some fans are all in on Pacheco and think we don't need another back, that the draft picks would be better spent elsewhere. Others see Hall as the missing piece and say, if you can get him, you get him. Period. And honestly, both sides have a point. Pacheco is a warrior. He runs like his hair is on fire, and he fits Kansas City's culture perfectly. But Hall adds a new dimension, one that could turn the Chiefs from dangerous to downright terrifying. Two sources, and of course, we can't ignore the financial side. Hall is still on his rookie contract, which makes him affordable compared to other star running backs. That's another reason this rumor has some legs. The Chiefs could actually make the cap numbers work. It's not like trading for a guy on a massive veteran deal. That makes it at least plausible. If I had to bet, I'd say it's unlikely we see Breece Hall in red and gold this season. But if Brett Veach sees a chance to make a bold move, if Andy Reid sees a chance to open up his playbook with another weapon, don't rule anything out. The Chiefs have surprised us before, and they could surprise us again. So let me throw it back to you, Chiefs Kingdom. Do you want to see the Chiefs go after Breece Hall? Do you think he's the missing piece that gets us back to the top? Or do you think Pacheco is enough and we should focus on other needs? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this rumor has everybody talking, and I want to hear where you stand. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because if this trade rumor develops into anything real, we'll be here breaking it down instantly. Chiefs Kingdom, get ready. Whether it's Breece Hall or somebody else, the Chiefs are in the conversation, and that means the dynasty is still alive and well.